listening to Balkan Beats, and I'm so excited. I've got two beautiful divas, Lathouras and Katerini Manolatos. How are you?
Perfect.
Very well,
Very
thank you.
good.
Very good.
Very excited to be talking to you today.
Yeah, it is so amazing. Oh, please tell our listeners, what do you do?
We coined the term Greco-Retro Jazz because we do sing in Greek. We sing the traditional Greek songs, but we fuse it with jazz. And Katerini is a classical crossover singer, so
Yeah, so
that
we
comes
add
in there too.
definitely we add a little bit of that in there, all the flavors that we love.
And we love dressing up in vintage clothes,
Hmm.
and we love camp culture, so we just embrace it.
Do you sing on both languages?
Both languages, Greek and English, and we do a bit of translating throughout as well as part of our banter. And we work with a world-class band. So John Reeves, he's on button accordion. He sometimes switches to piano. He's in the beautiful band Estampa. Eddie Kazani on guitar. He plays a lot of bossa and jazz. Yeah.
We've got a couple of jazz bass players as well. We've got Dr. Bob, Samuel Vincent, and we've also got Benja King coming on for another gig shortly. We've got Dave Kemp on percussion, who is incredible, and sometimes on kit. And we've got bouzouki players, of course, because that's can't be a Greek band without those. We've got Nick Paris, who's in Brisbane, and we have Nikos Papadimitriou, who's from Melbourne. A beautiful stellar band. Have you
Yeah.
missed anybody?
No,
No. Yeah,
yes,
that's it for the
that's
moment.
it for the moment. We're growing.
We're growing.
Katerini, her family hailed from Kithara and Ithaca. And Katerini's, sorry, I shouldn't be talking
Oh,
about
I love
business.
this.
So,
I love that. Yeah.
well, Katerini's traveled there as part of her own music project, Musical
Mhm.
Odyssey, and she's sung quite a bit on Ithaca. And
Yeah,
yeah,
and Kefalonia.
yeah.
So yeah, I suppose there are people who know of me there, and I suppose that's where I started with that, obviously being classically trained, but in the entechno or the more art song style of Greek music, Mikis Theodorakis and Manos Hadzidakis, and sort of with that classical style, which I still do. But with our girl from Greece, it's very fusion. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
We started off because we wrote a show with a couple of collaborators called The Girl from Greece Tribute to Nana Mouskouri a few years ago, and that debuted at QPAC, and it was sold out. We had two
mhm.
shows sold out, and we were singing and speaking about the life of Nana Mouskouri, and that's where sort of The Girl from Greece began as this thought, really.
Yeah.
And
And then, yeah, I think from there we started doing our Saloni sessions. So that's where we, yeah, do experiment a lot with fusing the different styles, the Greek standards with the jazz standards. And yeah, doing taverna-like performances throughout Brisbane, including the Brisbane Jazz Club. We did that last year. Bouzouki debuted for the first time in the 50 years that the Jazz Club has been around. So that was a pretty strong feat.
mhm.
We did our Divas show as well. So we added a couple more singers, and we each, we tributed a person, a singer, female singer that we loved.
Yep.
And now we have our Big Fat Greek Cafe tour. Do you want to talk on that one?
Yeah, so we both herald from Greek cafes. So my grandparents and my mum, they had a cafe in Byron Bay called Ferris and Ferris, and that's where my mum grew up. And we were always sort of hearing the stories of the cafes, having the banana splits and the milkshakes, and as a young person, sort of thinking, oh, that's really interesting. Okay, cool. And as I got older, and then I met Mel and discovered that her family also came from Greek cafes, this sort of what's the word? This journey to find out a little bit more about what that was like for everybody and the day-to-day experiences, the journey of coming to Australia, how they got here, how they ended up in a cafe of all places, and that sparked our to write this show. Mm.
Yeah. And we're taking it on the road. We just launched it at Thomas Dixon Centre here in Brisbane, and that was also to celebrate 50 years of Panegyri. And that was sold out, the two shows, which was really special. A lot of Greek community came to that, as well as a lot of family, which was really lovely. And then we took it out to Studio 188 at Ipswich, and we had the wonderful Dr. Tony Risen. So she's a historian of Greek cafes around, particularly around Queensland. She spoke at the beginning about the Greek cafes in Ipswich, and then we did our show. It was just really special.
Yep.
And now we're going to Bundaberg and Byron Bay. So first stop, Byron Bay. That's Katerini's homecoming, her family homecoming.
Yeah.
So Katerini's family heralds from Byron Bay. They had the cafe. Do you want to speak on that?
Yeah, well, what we were talking about before, the Ferris and Ferris Cafe, it was established in 1923 by the Ferris, my grandfather's family, and then evolved into what they used to call mixed business. So bottle shop, milk bar, corner store, and they were there till 1976, my family. And yeah, beautiful long connection. I really can't wait to go back, and I just want to hear the community stories, I think. And Mel's family from Bundaberg.
Yeah, so this is our Big Fat Cafe show where we talk about our families in the show and sing songs, Greek songs and English songs. Yeah, my family are from Bundaberg. Well, I'm from Bundaberg too. And my family had the Cafe Royal and the Elite Cafe. And yeah, like Kat, I'm really excited about just going deeper into the community stories, because these Greek cafes, they didn't just impact, I guess Greek communities, even the Australian communities. They were like the cultural hubs of these regional towns. Everybody knew that they could get a good feed of steak and chips, at Ferris and Ferris or the Elite Cafe. They'd go there before the pictures, so, to go before going to the cinema. Or after. Sometimes these cafes would open up like a dance hall as well. Not ours, but in some regional places. And everyone has a story, whether they from a farmer to a pharmacist. Everyone has a story about a Greek cafe that they would frequent at that time. So I'm looking forward to collecting those with you. Yeah. We do that for our social media. So if you follow us at Girl from Greece Music on Instagram and Facebook, we have all those stories in real format for people to watch.
They can watch our family, who are just great to watch, honestly.
Yeah, our families, in terms of success on these reels, they go viral. We get a few likes and love hearts on our singing, but our families are the real stars, and we're quite happy to ride their coattails.
And now perhaps you can say something for our Greek musicians and Greek listeners, and I've got Greek poets and lots of musicians. So please say something on Greek to them.
Greek, that's amazing.
You should say it,
The
Katerini.
pressure's there. Oh, γεια σου, τι κάνετε? Είμαστε the girl from Greece από την Αυστραλία. Ελπίζω πως είσαστε καλά στην Ελλάδα. Θέλουμε να έρθουμε να σας δούμε, να παίξουμε μαζί, να κάνουμε μεγάλη κέφι, να κάνουμε η μουσική μας. Έχουμε ένα προφορά, γιατί είμαστε από την Αυστραλία. Λοιπόν, δεν είμαστε, πώς το λες, τα ελληνικά μας δεν είναι πολύ Greek, αλλά έχουμε λίγο αυστραλέζικο προφορά και νομίζω είναι ωραία. Ευχαριστώ που μας ακούσατε και ελπίζω να σε δούμε. Γεια σας.
Γεια σας. Μιλάω λίγο ελληνικά.
Yeah.
But I'm learning Greek. I'm learning Greek. My connection is through song. My grandfather was Greek. So people do ask me what blood I have, and I always answer, well, I'm a Lathouras. But and reconnecting to culture through song, and I've done that in such a more meaningful way with my connection with Katerini. So we met about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the Greek club. We're both being honoured by the cultural committee for our contribution to the arts. And they did a little exhibition. It was part of low-key Paddyuri at the time because it was during COVID. And we walked into the foyer and saw our pictures were placed in between Maria Callas and Nana Muscuri, like a little picture. And I thought that was a big
honor.
big honor.
Very big honor.
And I looked over and I didn't realize at the time that there was a concert, and that's where I saw Katerini on stage and got goosebumps. And I think only like a year or so before, I was thinking I really want to learn more Greek songs and reconnect again to culture. And yeah, I feel like whatever your understanding of God or the universe, I think brought me Katerini to do that. And that's how I'm back and why I'm back and doing this. Yeah.
Oh, well, and we hope, I think that's a beautiful point there, that our people who come to our shows have their own experience. There's, millions of people of the diaspora all around the world, and there's going to be a million different ways that people connect with their own cultures, and every experience is correct. And I think we invite people to experience their culture in their way, and knowing that, you'll never feel like you're good enough at Greek until you go and live in Greece forever. You'll never feel you're always striving, but it's okay. You are good enough in whatever you can do and whatever feels right for you. So I think that message is really strong to our people as well, that come along, that we'll take it.
It's just you're welcome.
Yeah.
And regardless, we're in the Greek community here in Brisbane, there are Australians that love Greek culture so much, that are part of our scene, that are in our choirs and learning bouzouki and learning the language. And I think that's a compliment. If somebody is interested in your culture and wants to be part of it and wants to learn everything and contribute as well, I think is really beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time today, Mel and Kat. And now please invite listeners to come to all of your gigs and tell them why.
You know what? You will experience true Greek kefi, which is joy. It's everyone who, actually, pretty much everyone who comes to our show all say that was just joyous, because you are so welcome. When you're in our show, you're part of our family, even for whatever time you're there.
Yes.
Yeah, and I welcome you to check out our website, girlfromgreece.com. That's where all of our tour dates and links are. And follow us on the socials, Girl From Greece Music. We're on TikTok as well as Instagram and Facebook. And you will really get to experience who we are, who our families are, and be entertained by some of the stories that we have there. Would you like to add to that, Kat?
Well, no, I think that sounds beautiful. And of course, the amazing music. We've got this incredible band. I think we're not too bad ourselves at singing. And the fusion that we have, I think is really unique. The Greek, the jazz, the classical. We have it all mixed in there together, and we are just enjoying it in the way that feels good. And everyone seems to enjoy that.
And we just want to say thank you for having us on, Billie. This has been so beautiful. We're so grateful.
Thank you. I'm honored.